y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the exciting second-year quarterback Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens as they match up with Jared Goff in the NFC champion LA Rams. Kickoff is moments away, so let's get you out to our commentators. As standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Seated next to Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, this one featuring a couple of playoff teams from a season ago, back at it again in 2019.
And we both felt the confidence from both of these teams, right? They feel like they will be back in the playoffs again, but they shouldn't be overconfident. 7 teams last year made the playoffs that didn't make it the previous year, so you're not assured of going back year after year.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway here in Los Angeles. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Rams offense ready to go to work, and it's Jared Goff who leads them out. #1 overall pick back in 2016. If you look at it, his rise falls right in line with the arrival of Sean McVay as head coach. 2 years ago, 0-7 start as a rookie, but since then 24-7 in the regular season the last 2 years. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And I think the entire league benefited when Andrew Whitworth made the decision to come back for his 13th NFL season. Still one of the best offensive tackles in the game. 4 Pro Bowls, 2 times first-team All-Pro. He's now 10th among active players in the NFL in games started.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. And he'll his target. Woods, it's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Goff now to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I do believe we came here to see a game, didn't we? And it looks like he's running what we call routes versus air. You just go out there with your offensive unit and throw the football with no defense. He's 5 for 5 on the opening drive.
He was on his game there for drive number 1, but my only thing is now he can't go any higher than that. He was so perfect. Can he do it again later?
Yeah, all he cares about right now is making it 10 for 10, 15 for 15.
Keeping that going.
And he feels like he can get it done.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Get a look at Lamar Jackson as he brings out the Baltimore Ravens. And boy, was Lamar Jackson good in Week 11 in that blowout of Houston. 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also ran for 86 yards and continues, Charles, to strengthen his case for the MVP award.
Yeah, and think about what he's done, because it's the wins. His team may be the hottest team in the league. They beat previously undefeated New England earlier this season. He takes care of the football. You mentioned no interceptions with 4 touchdown passes. But
and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Call it no gain on the dump off, and it's 3rd down. And here now the Baltimore offense.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game, because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He shakes him off. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore the middle of last year. Led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish was good enough for the Ravens to capture their first AFC North crown since 2012. And now Jackson's a known commodity. He's the unquestioned starter, and with increased expectations and pressure on the former Heisman Trophy winner. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Jackson, and that is incomplete. The great veteran Clay Matthews able to knock that one away in coverage. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And fights through one man. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, LA. Brandon Cooks. 78 yards. And the Rams strike quickly here for 6 points. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Zerline out now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ravens set to get the football back. And Charles, this is a team now at 8-2 after that Week 11 win over Houston. Gosh, looking at the standings here, they've got a 3-game lead in the AFC North.
And you would think that would lock things down, especially when you consider they're on a 6-game winning streak as well. They've beaten guys like Tom Brady, Russell Wilson, and Deshaun Watson in the past month, averaging 34 points per game. How can you stop this team? But look at their schedule coming up. They're at the Rams on a Sunday night game. That's not an easy task. The Rams, the defending NFC champs. Then they host NFC West leading San Francisco. Then they're at Buffalo, who would be in the playoffs if the season ended today. So you may be 3 games behind in the division, but don't give up on it yet. They've got a tough schedule ahead.
On third down, Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He may try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Fights loose. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Still on his feet. And all the way down inside the 5 of the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the...
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Touchdown,
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Zerline now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought 24-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man. The intended target, and now it's 2nd down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The pass on 1st down. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. But it's going to be second down. Well, with that incompletion, I want to get your MVP thoughts. Lamar Jackson, he seems to be the leader right now, is he not?
I would agree with that, and his team is the hottest team in the league right now.
And then you've got, well, let's think of the others. Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Who else? Christian McCaffrey?
I would say Christian McCaffrey, although it's hard for a running back to win it. Don't get Michael Thomas with the Saints continue to have big numbers even while Drew Brees was out. But also, if Patrick Mahomes gets hot and the Chiefs run off a string, he's a defending NFL MVP.
But think about this. If Lamar Jackson does win the MVP, he'll be the first 22-year-old to do it since Jim Brown. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Now Natson. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Todd Gurley and the Rams offense set to take over. A good job in the passing game. Decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one, maybe not the hard-fought battle many had hoped for. This has been blowout city thus far, but still more football to be played. Who knows what could happen? As we send you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Ingram again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Jackson now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
The dump-off gets him only one, and now you're looking at a third down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That was the safety, Taylor Rapp, right there on the coverage.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Now Goff. And Woods has it complete. Yeah, he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Woods coming off by far the best year of his career. 86 catches, over 1,200 yards. Now he's hoping to build on that, but well, he was a key cog in the wheel that took them to the Super Bowl last season. A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, 30 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Zerline now for the PAT. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Now, this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Jackson options out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the defense for Los Angeles as they head out to set up shop. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. So now they have to contend with 2nd and down. Run goes backward. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here's Natson. Shedding the tackle. Still on his feet. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Spotlighting Brandon Cooks. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Another carry now for Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Goff gets this into the hands of Brandon Cooks. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there at 22. Goff now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Goff. Flushed out right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
You got nothing.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 42 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson, and it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. The veteran Eric Weddle there to break that one up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now, they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good for him. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
That is caught inside the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here. Second and goal. Back to throw. Goff. And a little floater there is incomplete. Try to get it to Woods, but now it's third and goal. Now Goff on third and goal. Steps away to his left. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's fourth. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are victorious here as we say so long from Exposition Park in L.A.